On Lockerbie, you're watching 10 Tampa Bay. Thanks for starting your morning with us. Warming up even more today, Tuesday on tap for us. And oh goodness, the temperatures out there.
Florida
much
is
better
back.
than they've been. Florida
is back.
No longer broken. Yes.
We're so back.
We're back to normal. Ooh, we love it.
We're back, baby.
We're back.
Yes.
We're back, baby.
God, we are so back because we see these temperatures starting off in the 50s for you this morning. We are at 52, Crystal River. That is way better than that whole 32 thing that we had going on. I don't know what that was. Florida was broken for a second. No, I'm just kidding. I do know what it was. Really large storm system. But hey, for now, we are back to the dry season pattern, the typical one where we see sunshine. It's the reason that you live here all year round and you deal with the humid summers because we have low in humidity, plenty of sunshine today, 0% chance for rain. We're calm, we're quiet, we're beautiful, and we're so back to the 50s, 60s, and even 70s by this afternoon. 57 for Tampa, 58 for Port Manatee, and 61 right now as you're stepping outside in St. Pete. Take a look at the next 12 hours temperatures. Look at that. That is a number starting with a 7 in front of it, Sarah. It is wonderful out there today. Hopefully it's good on the roads too.
Yeah, so far so good. Not much traffic to tell you about. Overnight road work is maybe something that you're going to be dealing with right now, but overall we're looking great here for this portion of Tampa Bay. I-275 moving very nicely. Bay Area bridges. Let's look at the Sunshine Skyway Bridge, all up to speed right now, and these no slowdowns across any of these right now. Also looking at our current crashes. All clear, guys.
All right, thank you, Sarah. We're going to check back with you in just a bit. Right now, deputies and
meteorologist Pappas live look around. It is gorgeous outside. We continue to see nice dry conditions. We're quiet. We're looking good. And let me tell you something. We are so back, baby. We're back to the 50s and 60s in the morning. Not all those freezing and frigid temperatures that we had last week. We're at 52 degrees, much improved here from that 32 last week that we had. So a whole whopping 20 degrees warmer this week as we kick off your Tuesday in Crystal River. 57 for Tampa, 58 for Port Manatee, 55 for Sarasota. Anywhere you look, it's looking really nice. We have high pressure that is building over us. And high pressure, well, why do you care? What does it mean to you? Well, high pressure creates sinking motions of air above us, and that keeps us clear, calm, dry, and also sunny for the most part. It acts as like a dry bubble around us to block out any sort of rain. So rain chances, zilch, zero for today. We're not going to see anything. But what we do see, a front to our north right here, that's going to be weaker, not really do much for our local forecast. But for you, a little bit of cloud cover, not going to kill you, right? This morning we see a little bit of that cloud cover as we head into work around 7:30. Then heading into the afternoon, nice mix of sun and clouds there. The model wants to pop a shower, but realistically I think it's overdoing it. Heading into Wednesday, a little more cloud cover. We start to tack that on, and we also see that we're a little less dry. We're going to get more humid as we go throughout the week, and we'll also get warmer as well. But for today, that humidity, it's going to be low. Our temperatures, they're beautiful. Highs in the 70s. It's what we love to see. We deal with all those brutal summers and all the gross, nasty, just sticky conditions, all the storms, and of course the hurricanes for this right here. When we see temperatures like this, I mean, it makes it all worth it, right? 70s for you for your highs. We're sunny. It's beautiful today. Low end humidity is going to allow our temperatures to drop back down to the 50s. We'll see a little bit of cloud cover for you, but again, no rain chances to speak of for today and neither for tomorrow. Realistically, I think tomorrow we get back up into the 70s, maybe a touch warmer, but overall, everything. I mean, our conditions, even out on the waters, are looking great. Those bays smooth like glass out there in some areas. And we want to talk Tampa temperatures over the past couple of days. It has been wild, especially the past 20 hours. We've seen 70s come back. We've made it a long way, folks, especially from Saturday morning. Gasparilla, I was out there early. Let me tell you, it was cold and we warmed up quickly though. We actually saw that our temperatures were a little bit warmer than we had anticipated. Hey, we're not perfect. We're just the messenger. Don't shoot. You know what I'm saying? So we actually saw that we did get very, very cold in the morning. We were near freezing there and some areas were below that, but by the afternoon we were warming up. We were in the mid 60s. It felt really warm outside, really pleasant. Lots of sunshine like I forecasted. So that came to fruition. No rain for the parade. It's everything that you can ask for, right? So for today, yes, I know it's going to feel a lot warmer than it has, but take a look. Heading into Wednesday too, we're going to be in the 70s and for quite some time. Look at these highs. They're going to be in the 70s all throughout this week. Do we get to 80? I don't think so. Not yet. Let's pump the brakes a little bit. But I do notice that in the European model and the American model are two models that we always watch along with our in-house one, that we aren't going to see some rain for quite some time. We're really in that textbook typical dry season really pattern. We don't see any rain. Look at this. Heading into Saturday, that is when we could potentially see our next best chance at a shower, maybe at best a shower or two. So our rain chances really remaining low as we head into February, and we're finally heading into this next month nice and warm with those highs back in the upper 70s, even low 80s, Sarah.
Thank you, Amanda, and thank you for joining us here on 10 Tampa Bay, looking at traffic. An easy start to our morning ride right now. Good morning, Pasco County. No big slowdowns to tell you about as you're getting by I-75 near Bruce B. Downs. Driving in and around Tampa International Airport if you're traveling this week. Safe travels to you. No big slowdowns on our roads right now that are impacting your ride. Our bridges are all delay-free at this moment. Courtney Campbell Causeway, Howard Franklin, and Gandy not showing any impact on the roadways from anything. And as far as our crashes, we are all clear for now.
For now. All right. Thank you, Sarah. Looking ahead to the weekend this
Jamison Euler, Caitlin Lockerbie, meteorologist Amanda Pappas, and traffic with Sarah Rosario.
Good Tuesday morning, 5:31 the time now. Temperatures in the 50s, much better than we've been feeling. And
absolutely.
We've got good news in store for you this week.
Yeah, starting to thaw out after last week. Meteorologist Amanda Pappas here to get our day started.
Thank goodness we're thawing out finally. It was freezing. Gasparilla morning. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, no. Mother Nature was just messing with us. That was a joke, I swear. But Florida is back. We are so back, baby. I'm so happy. We're seeing 52 behind me right now for Crystal River, 57 for Tampa, and seeing 61 for St. Pete. So really exciting to see that. The only other thing that's also back, well, it's going to be the pollen, the allergies, juniper, maple, oak. That's what we're talking. So we'll have a look at your pollen forecast, your allergy forecast coming up in a little bit for my fellow sufferers. But aside from that, over the next 12 hours, here's what to expect. Sunshine, 70s. Good morning, Tampa. To you, it is going to be a beautiful day out there. A little Anchorman reference for you. We see 72 for your high, so make sure you get outside, do some exercise, maybe outdoors, and we can maybe even roll down those windows on our way into work on that commute, right, Sarah?
I think that's a great idea. If you want to roll down the windows, enjoy some of the wonderful temperatures we have right now. A lot better than the cooler ones we had, last week. If you're going to be driving across any of our Bay Area roads, we are getting the days together. It's Tuesday. That's progress. 5:32 is the time right now. No big slowdowns to tell you about, although I am starting to see some traffic building along portions of I-4. Sarasota, Bradenton, St. Pete, all of your majors are up to speed.
Well, as you're waking up this morning, Hillsborough County.
I like that. We're going to be looking at our predictive traffic tracker here in a little bit to let you know what the roads are going to be looking like. But I can tell you we haven't had major delays. Amanda?
Good morning. And we are trying to get you not only to get on the road and in the car, but outside too for some fresh air. We are so back with temperatures finally coming back to the 70s for you. Today we step outside. You don't need a huge parka, a big fur coat, none of that. We put it away this week as we return to normal, but some areas still lingering behind, inland in the 40s. Otherwise, we're still in the 50s and even 60s closer to the coast. Coming up though, I'll have a full look at this week and the changes up ahead all after a short break. See you right back here.
All right, now with a first look at your weather this morning, let's go to meteorologist Amanda Pappas. Amanda?
Good morning to you guys. Dun, dun, dun. You knew something had to give if we were going to have beautiful, perfect weather. And we are so back with the 70s and sunshine. So we're finally feeling like Florida again. But the price to pay is, for my fellow allergy sufferers, those pollen levels are high, specifically those allergens. If you are sensitive to juniper, maple, oak, a lot of those trees, right now some of them are blooming, especially because of the warmer weather. We will see more issues for allergy sufferers like myself. But for you at home, here's the one positive. Yes, there are going to be high levels of pollen and allergens, but we also see a lot of sunshine for today. That's going to be our nice positive. Now, typically rain always helps us to wash away some of the allergens, the pollen in the air, but that is not going to be the case for us as we today are going to continue to see a lot of sunshine, right? And we also see temperatures that are warming up here quickly. Nice and mild as you step outside in Clearwater at 57 for them, 61 for St. Pete. Lakewood Ranch at 52 degrees right now. Crystal River, you are at 54. Dade City at 58, and Tampa as 57 degrees on the board for you today. So nice mix of sun and clouds. Mostly sunny conditions persist all throughout the day today. 3 o'clock, look at this as you're picking up the kids from school, or you're headed home a little earlier from work today to get a jump on what you need to do, or headed to the gym maybe. Well, I would do that workout. Maybe opt for it outdoors. We're not seeing any rain to bother you. And heading into tonight, still holding on to some of those clouds. Tomorrow morning, as you're headed into the office around 8 o'clock, you're doing that morning rush hour commute. We see a couple clouds, but still looking really dry. Even into Wednesday afternoon, you don't see anything in terms of any storms or showers. Now, over the next 12 hours, here's the major headline for today. Besides the pollen levels being higher, we also have our temperatures that will be much higher than they once were. And heading into tonight as well, another nice thing is that it'll be nice and mild. As you're walking up or maybe pregame in the game a little bit, Amalie Arena, the boys are back along with the 70s. Our Bolts in blue are back too. They are taking on the Blackhawks tonight. That puck drop at 7, and we do see those temperatures will be tapering off from the 60s down to the 50s as you're walking in the parking lot back home. No rain to dodge, and we won't be too chilly, but I'd still maybe bring a light jacket for you. We'll be in the 50s. Tomorrow, we start off in the 50s yet again, and then we also make it right back up to the 70s with a lot of sunshine. But again, here's the price to pay. From December really to May, that's when we start to see these trees bloom. That's why the juniper, maple, the oak, right? It's all bothering us. That's our one peak. Then we got the grasses starting in April to October. That's another one that really bothers people. So make sure you're loading up on your Allegra, your Claritin, your Zyrtec, whatever it is, because we are going to see a really large increase in pollen and allergen levels, especially if you're sensitive to those trees. And ragweed comes much later. And we don't see very much in terms of rain long term. I could tell you from now up until the 7th, we're looking really dry. And take a look, our next best shot washing away some of these pollen or allergen levels is going to come potentially Friday into Saturday, and that's a low end rain chance for you on our 7-day forecast, Sarah.
All right, thank you, Amanda. I know a lot of people are already complaining about their allergies and how they're feeling, so hopefully you can get that under control. We're looking at a couple of things here with our cameras across the Bay Area. This is along I-275 off to the shoulder now, tow truck on scene, so that's good news for drivers getting by this morning. Hopefully you can get to where you're going, checking out our north and southbound lanes there of I-275. No big slowdowns to tell you about because of that incident. Once you're getting over the Howard Franklin Bridge to the Pinellas side of Howard Franklin, we do have a crash reported, a hit and run near Roosevelt, but it's not causing a roadblock. So everything looks good with that portion of our Bay Area bridges, our Howard Franklin Bridge. Looking at our drive times here from Sun City Center Boulevard to US 301, only 11 minutes, and it's looking good in every way along I-75 North right now.
I'm Caitlin Lockerbie. Thanks for waking up with us this morning. Our temperature's pretty mild out there and a nice week on tap. I feel like we really earned it. Throughout the month of January, we've been crawling,
yes,
been using our winter coats, scarves, hats.
We earned a lot after last week. Especially, I felt bad for people who were down here visiting and they're like, what is
our
this?
snowbirds?
Where's the shorts,
especially north of us who came to the
sunshine? What's going on? Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, we're back. We are so back. So happy to be back in the 70s all week long, might I add. And we also even flirt with the 80s. So we're cranking it up a notch for sure to start off the month of February and really close out that dry January, right? So it really wasn't dry this past January, let me tell you, because we saw a lot of rain. We also saw a lot of cloudy conditions. Almost very El Nino reminiscent, if you know what I'm talking about. But for you at home, here's what to expect. We are going to see temperatures that do continue to climb to the 70s today. If you're walking the dog right now, or you're trying to just figure out what your work fit is going to be today, we're at 54 right now. You need a little light jacket. By the afternoon, you could ditch it. 58 for Tampa and 55 for Sarasota. 47 though still for Bartow. And we see the next 12 hours are going to feature a lot more sunshine and a quick warm up back to the 70s later this afternoon. The one price to pay, the allergy forecast starting to come back for you. So not only are the 70s back, we'll talk about how high those allergen levels are, and along with your 7-day forecast with this weekend. It's never too early to look, right, Sarah?
Yeah, always got the weekend in view. As you're going to be driving right now, you got your morning in view, and if you're going to be headed out right now, thankfully I don't have any big crashes to tell you about. So we're looking good on our roadways. 275 moving very nicely despite some overnight road work happening and a new traffic pattern in place for drivers headed from I-4 westbound to that 6 months. And then here along the Howard Franklin Bridge, we are looking great. None of our other Bay Area bridges are showing any slowdowns right now. We are starting to see a little bit of a slowdown. 22 minutes right now, Lakeland to I-75 along I-4 westbound. If you're going to be headed eastbound, we were looking at some delays for the drivers in that Davenport area. 275 moving very nicely right now, 67 miles an hour, less than 15 minutes it'll take you to get from Beers down to that I-4, I-275 area. Caitlin Jamison.
All right, thanks, Sarah. Looking ahead and happening today after a big...
We're excited because Florida is back.
Yeah,
our weather is
much
back.
better this
Feeling
morning,
much
for
better.
sure.
Nothing really to complain about today when it comes to the weather.
No.
Oh, no, thank goodness. Guys, you were giving me the complaint box.
I know, the complaint box was just
No
filling up
excuse
around
either.
here.
That's the tough thing. It's like if you don't want to go for a run or something, you're like, it's just too cold out there.
Yeah,
I know.
just
No
not gonna do
excuse
it.
this morning.
Not
And when it was raining
today.
last week, good nap days, right?
Oh my God.
Excellent nap day.
The best 10 out of 10, but a lot of people wanted that sunshine back. So your wish is our command here in the Weather Center, and we got that. But the one thing that you have to pay for that sunshine in is going to be those upped levels in terms of pollen and allergens in the forecast. So shout out to Michael P. right here, our other meteorologist on the weekend. He filled in for me yesterday, and he put together this awesome graphic here showing you all the allergens. So we have juniper, maple, oak, high levels. So that all is because we are going to continue to see those high levels as well of just more of these allergens because of the lowered rain chances. So we are going to be dry. So we are going to continue this drier pattern, and really it's more of that textbook kind of week out of dry season. So really back to regularly scheduled programming over here. So we do see that we're dry out the door. We're going to keep it that way. We have our cold front to the north there. That'll be weak. No major impacts from that front. Temperature wise, 54 for Crystal River, 52 right now for Wesley Chapel. Stepping outside to Riverview at 50, and then there are some 40s sprinkled in there farther east of I-75 for our inland zones. But aside from that, look at the 61 for St. Pete right here. So really going to be a nice day overall where you can just get outside, maybe do some exercise outdoors because of the lowered humidity, especially this time of year. Hey, it's why we deal with those crazy summer storms, the humidity, even the hurricanes too. It's because this time of year we are beautiful. We see a nice mix of sun and clouds, and really mainly mostly sunny skies for you. Some cloud cover this afternoon, but 3 o'clock, no showers, no storms to worry about, and even into tonight we're looking dry as well. And the model showing us tomorrow morning as you're commuting into work and as you're tuning in, of course, to 10 Tampa Bay this morning with myself and the rest of the team. We are going to have really nice conditions for you too. A little more cloud cover though for you tomorrow, and then into the afternoon hours, still maintaining those dry conditions. So we are pleasant again today. We're in the 70s. It's nice to just see the sunshine come back. So that's wonderful news for you heading into tonight. Now we are going to see that we're partly cloudy again, much more mild though in the 50s there. And then we do see that our temperatures remain in the 70s for tomorrow. Really pretty. It'll be sunny and dry. Hey, it's exactly what we need for you, and just not feeling so gross or sticky. But the only thing again is that from now up until May, we really do see that we're in the thick of it in terms of our pollen or allergen levels for those trees. So again, the juniper, maple, oak, I took my allergy medication this morning. You want to really make sure you're stocking up on yours and try to get ahead of it again, because we do see a peak in when our trees bloom from now up until May. So those allergens, the pollen levels, especially for trees, will be high. Then grasses follow, and also ragweed later on into the summer and spring. Now, aside from that, talking precip, right? So we always know with allergens or pollen, what's the one thing that really helps us out? Well, that rain to wash some of that away. For my fellow sufferers, we're really not going to see very much in terms of that rain from now up until this weekend. But on our European model, we do see this is the one that we always watch. We're always looking at, along with our American that we analyze for you guys every morning. We do see that we're dry, right, all week long. However, we could see an opportunity to see a shower or two heading into your Saturday morning. So that would be wonderful news for us allergy sufferers, right? But it's not going to be long lasting, and I really think that the jet stream tries to help aid that front to come to our area, right, and helps it basically just give it that upper level support that we need to be able to help us out to get some of those showers heading into your weekend. So it's not going to be a washout by any means. We're talking a couple little sprinkles, but hey, every little bit helps, especially to lower those pollen levels. But from here on out, we are seeing beautiful conditions. We're going to be in the 70s, sunny, nice and dry throughout the week. Maybe a shower or two to help us allergy sufferers throughout the weekend. And then into next week, we maintain those 70s, Sarah.
All right, looking at traffic right now. Here's some of the drive times that we're seeing. Some slowdowns already. I-75 northbound from Gibsonton Drive to I-4, 16 minutes is what it's going to take you. As you're getting over towards the Gandy Bridge right now, we are seeing some slight slowdowns for drivers headed from Tampa into Pinellas right now. So give yourself a couple extra minutes because you are going to see some delays. Actually, this is from Pinellas drivers headed into Tampa. So we are seeing some slight slowdowns just right now at this moment. And then we're also looking at traffic, looking at the Sun City Center Boulevard, US 301. Got to see Caitlin's beautiful head there just for a quick little second. And looking at things right now, if you're going to be driving here, it's 11 minutes. Sun City Center Boulevard 2 is 30 minutes to the Selman Expressway. That is a look at traffic at this moment.
All right, thank you, Sarah. Looking ahead to this weekend, this Saturday marks the start of Black History Month. As Florida has grown in population and developments, our 10 Investigates team is looking into the impacts this change is having on our local Black communities.
A deeper dive into these vital roles that act as the primary adult in that child's life in a time of tremendous need. This morning here on 10 Tampa Bay, I'm Caitlin Lockerbie.
And I'm Jamison Euler. Don't hit snooze. We've got a great day ahead for you. The weather outside is feeling pretty good right now, and I think you're going to like this forecast. Let's head it over to meteorologist Amanda Pappas for the first look this morning. Amanda?
Good morning. Yeah, we got your back this morning. And speaking about back, we are so back. We are so happy because we are back in the 70s today, starting off much more mild as well. Look at this, 54 degrees for Crystal River. So that is just really leaps and bounds from where we were last week. Really thankful for that. 58 for Tampa, 61 for St. Pete. And we do see that we're going to just have a lot of sunshine out there today. It's going to be beautiful. We get back to the 70s, sunny, low humidity. It's why we live here. It's a beautiful day all across Tampa Bay, and we're going to keep it beautiful right here, right now, and it'll be a nice, easy drive into work as well because we have all these great conditions, no rain to speak of. It's a typical textbook dry season pattern in general. So we're happy about it. We're going to stay in the 70s. However, we're going to talk about long term. What can we expect for the rest of this winter and also as we head into the month of February. But right now we want to get you to work on time with Sarah Rosario. Good morning.
All right, we're looking at a crash right now for drivers along I-75, causing some big delays. If you're going to be headed northbound this morning, give yourself some extra time. This is near MLK, so if for drivers headed through, we are seeing some stop and go traffic right now as this crash is under investigation. Several lanes of traffic getting by, but you can see how the response is underway. And as far as these delays go, you can see them here by State Road 60 from MLK. This is again impacting the northbound lanes of I-75 near Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. If you're going to be headed over on Adamo Drive, not looking too bad. 41 is looking okay as well, but heads up again if you're going to be headed northbound along I-75. In addition to that, we also have a couple other crashes popping up as well.
All right, thanks, Sarah. As you are waking up this morning, Hillsborough County deputies are investigating
news out of Hillsborough County. Traffic alert for you. If you're going to be driving along I-75 right now, you're going to see more than 3 miles of delays for drivers headed northbound on I-75. This is near Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. Give yourself some extra time. 301 and 41 are alternate routes.
Hey.
And really nice nap weather too, might I add. And you could break out the winter fashion, but you could put some of those parkas away. We did see though that this coldest January was really back in 2010. I know that might have felt like it was this year, but we were right up there. This was the 4th coldest January. Really interesting. Our average temperature in the last 40 years. I mean, this is number 4. So we really were feeling very cold out there. Shout out to the team for helping me put that graphic together. Temperature wise, we're sitting at 57 for Crystal River, 48 right now for Lakeland, and 49 for Bartow, 50 for Riverview, 61 for St. Pete. So really feeling nice and mild in comparison to last week. We'd like to keep it that way, right? Over the next 12 hours, here's the game plan. We're going to continue to see those temperatures go up and up and up and up, back to the 70s today with a lot of sunshine coming at you heading into tonight. Now we are going to taper off those temperatures back down into the 50s, so that'll be some good news for you. A couple clouds in there, but no rain. We're staying dry both today and surprise for tomorrow too. So this is going to be your textbook perfect example of just bless you back there. I hear our producer sneezing. It's the allergies. I know the pollen levels are on the rise. We talked about that last half hour. This half hour, we want to talk about more of these temperatures just being warm overall in the short term and actually the long term too. So look out ahead into the future right here. Temperature outlook showing us that we'll be above average, and we're going to keep it that way up until about February 11th right there for you. And we're going to stay dry too. Look at this European model. We are continuing to see that we are dry, and we're really going to stay dry Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then as we head into Saturday morning, potentially overnight hours, potentially we may see a quick moving shower or two, but that's about it. And we see for that 7-day forecast that we will see those highs remain in the 70s as well. And temperature wise, I mean, it really feels very, very nice for you. And we're seeing just more and more of these rain chances are going to be far and few between. Look at this day by day. We go 72 for you for today for that high, and then we're sitting in the 50s yet again. So really starting off mild for tomorrow morning, and then we see those highs back in the 70s. And look at this. We even see that as we head into Thursday and Friday, maybe some nice pool, even beach days if it's warm enough for you. In comparison to last week, it's really going to feel very, very nice. So we could be flirting with the 80s though come Friday, 79 on the board for you. And then we kick off your February, definitely still warm, but maybe a sprinkle or two. And a sprinkle or two is not bad. It's not going to ruin the weekend by any means. We're talking a quick moving shower, and that's great to keep our fire danger potential down. Heading into Sunday, a quick shower possible too, but more highs in the 70s. Sarah?
All right, the weather definitely looking a lot better than traffic. We have breaking news out of Hillsborough County, a traffic alert to tell you about that we continue to follow for drivers headed northbound along I-75 near Dr. MLK Jr. Boulevard. So heads up, you are going to be in for a tight ride for drivers through southern Hillsborough County right now. You can get around it by taking 301 or 41 as alternate routes, but expect to be waiting in traffic for quite some time if your ride takes you along I-75 northbound right now. Also seeing delays southbound as well. We've got several cars involved in this crash. It is taking up an exit lane and one lane of traffic. So we do still have 3 lanes of the interstate open right now, but you can see it is a slow ride as drivers are going to be stuck here. This is for drivers headed south of Providence Road all the way through State Road 60 all the way up to Dr. MLK Jr. Boulevard. So heads up about that. Also seeing some north and southbound delays along 301 and along the Selman Expressway as of right now. Outside of that, most of our Bay Area roads look like this. It is a beautiful start to the sunrise underway. Looking great here over I-275. No big slowdowns to tell you about. We do have a couple other crashes that we're looking at as well, but none with any other major slowdowns. Southbound along I-75 for drivers headed into Manatee County, seeing some delays there. And traffic, of course, is building along portions of I-4 westbound through Plant City, eastbound through Davenport. Caitlin Jameson.
Well, making headlines now, Chinese tech startup DeepSeek is shaking up the global AI landscape with its chatbot. It's the top free app on the Apple Store this morning, and it's making financial waves.
Yeah, and the sudden rise also shaking up the stock market by sending other competitors tumbling yesterday. The tech company NVIDIA lost